she will be in the bedroom with you, but if you'll notice is that you're doing most of the work.
Click the link below and get your tickets to the Game Kings 2, The Definition of a Man documentary screening that's going to be held in Miami on October 26th, 2024. You'll be the first to watch the documentary, and then after the documentary, you'll be able to participate in a question and answer session with the Game Kings live. Space is limited, so click the link below and get your tickets now.
Yo, what's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr.Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, I want to tell you guys why some of the sex you're going to have with women are going to be mediocre. All right? So what you have to understand is this, is that there are certain girls that you are actually going to not be sexually compatible with, right? So a lot of you guys think that, oh, if, I have sex with this girl, it's going to be amazing. I want to have sex with her because she's hot and all this other stuff. But what you got to understand is there are certain girls that you're not going to be sexually compatible with, right? So when you're dealing with those girls and having sex with those girls, you're going to realize that the sex is not really all that, right? Now, there are times where you're having sex with a woman and it just doesn't feel all the way awesome because there is no sexual compatibility there. So a lot of times when we talk about sexual compatibility, what it has to do with, are you and this woman compatible when it comes to the actual act of sex, right? So just, thinking that all sex is gonna feel good is not true. Right? And a lot of you guys who haven't had enough sex, you don't understand this, right? Because there are times where the way that you want to have sex or certain things that you like when it comes to having sex, the other girl may not like and vice versa, right? There may be situations where you're kissing a girl, touching a girl, it just doesn't feel as good as it can versus doing it with another girl, right? But a lot of this stuff, what happens is that you're not going to know this until you're having more sex, but also you're not going to know this until you actually have sex. So you can't tell whether or not you're sexually compatible with a woman unless you actually have the sex. Now, what I want to get into also, and this is something that a lot of people don't talk about, right, is that there are times the reason why the sex is going to be mediocre is because you're having sex with a woman who is not really that into you sexually, right? So she may be dating you or getting together with you because you have some money. You may sort of like benefit her in other ways, but she'll just have sex with you because y'all are seeing each other, right? Or what happens is that because she's not that sexually attracted to you, and she may think that she is, how do I say this? Like she thinks she's better than you. You understand what I'm saying? She thinks that you're lucky to even be in her presence, right? What'll happen is because she's not really that into you, she'll sort of let you have sex with her. What I mean by that is that she will be in the bedroom with you, but if you'll notice is that you're doing most of the work, right? So she's kind of like laying there, she's letting you touch her, you're kissing her, you're doing all these things, you're basically getting it in, but she's not really doing anything back to you. She's not trying to give you head. She's not trying to jerk you off. Some of these chicks won't even touch your dick. You understand what I'm saying? And what happens is that they're allowing you to have sex with them because they're not really into you like that. And so therefore the sex becomes mediocre. See, the best type of sex to have is when you and a woman are sexually compatible. Y'all enjoy each other and y'all are both trying to please each other, right? But what happens is you're going to get into a situation where you're dealing with a woman and because she's not really that into you, right, the sex will be mediocre, right? Again, like I said, sex can be mediocre because there's no compatibility, but sex can also be mediocre because the woman that you're doing doesn't necessarily want to do you as much as you want to do her. And so therefore she's not she doesn't care about pleasing you. And therefore, this is why the sex can be mediocre, right? This is why a lot of times you'll even hear sometimes guys will say, yo, you have sex with a really hot chick, a baddie and all that other stuff. And some guys will be like, the sex was cool. Like she looked good, but the sex was cool. And a lot of times what happens is because she's the quote unquote baddie, right? She may feel that she's above you and that you should just be happy with the fact that, you're naked in the same room with her. You know what I'm saying? So she's not going to try as hard because she feels like she doesn't and she's not really that into you anyway. That same woman, if she was in a situation where she was actually into the guy that she's dealing with, she would actually do more and put in more effort because she's more attracted to him, she desires him more, and she wants to please him more. So if you guys are out here having sex, right, at some point you'll come across a woman like this where it seems like, you know, she's there, but she's not really like in it. And when I say this, I don't mean that she's uncomfortable. I don't mean that she doesn't want to do it. What I'm saying is that she's there, she's consenting, y'all are doing it, but because she is not, you know, 100% interested in you, right? That means that she's not going to give that much effort. And because she's not going to give that much effort, this is why the sex is mediocre. You see what I'm saying? So you definitely have to look out for this type of stuff. You see what I mean? Because a lot of guys don't even understand this, don't realize this. And some guys are just happy to be with a chick they think is really hot, and they don't really give a fuck. You understand? They're like, well, I got to hit, my dick was in her, whatever, right? But I'm just letting you guys know the reason why you might have this mediocre sex is because the girl you're having sex with doesn't want to have sex with you as much as you want to have sex with her.
I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces, and then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And then only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know. That was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.